Hello YouTube and welcome to the stream as well. My name is Ame and we are gonna continue the development of Shadows of Tuonela today. We are really late today, but hey, it is what it is. I wanted to put my health first, so I've been doing these little morning walks or whatnot. I really tried to go for a jog, but my sports watch was like, hey, what's your heartbeat? What's your heartbeat, you fatty? So, I've been prioritizing my health for a little bit more, trying to get into shape, lose some weight, been tracking some calories. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good, guys. But now we are gonna be focused. We're gonna be focused for like 2 to 3 hours. Let's go. At least 2.5 hours or so. All right. So yesterday we got some good stuff done. We basically, what we did is we worked on a lot of like these helpful things, and we didn't like get the game going really. We didn't do much about the game, but we did good stuff. We got this multiplayer play mode set up so we can test faster. And today I installed and bought subscription to Copilot Pro, and it took a little bit of time to figure out and kind of like set up, but it is here. And with the help of my chat and Ilpo, we set up this custom prompt to give like context for the AI that what our game is all about. So that's where we're headed now, and that's where we are right now. Let me just do some version control here real quick. So if my git is not okay, so my git is like, all right, so there's nothing happening. Okay, fair enough. Let's get this party on the road. So the phishing, there was a couple of bugs. Let's fix those bugs to get like a quick win. Vakacha, good day. How are you, Vakacha? Let's get a couple of like quick wins, and the quick win I'm kind of like looking for right now is the fact that we had a bug in when like you could basically like put your character to move, and while you were moving you could click fishing pool and then it would like start like keep walking. So let's fix that, that it'll actually like stop. That should be like really quick to solve, so that's why I'm gonna start with it. That's always been my logic, and I'm gonna recommend this to everyone else as well. Start easy. Get a easy win. Don't start off with the hardest thing you have to figure out right out of the gate, because you're gonna be so demotivated and beat down early on. I always recommend starting with an easy win, and once you get that momentum, once you get that win, you're gonna like have so much more like strength and courage to go to the harder ones as well. So here, this is basically the part where we are handling the fishing pool interaction. And if we actually like make it over here, we should stop the agent. I think it's like agent stop. I suppose we could do set destination and just set it to transform position. By the way, I'm already loving the auto correction. Like if you're paying attention, the Copilot is kind of like backseating, and it's like recommending these little code snippets. I already love it. So agent set destination into where we are right now. Let's see if that works. You know what's better than taking care of yourself? Eating chips and korvapuusti all day. I know, it is. It is definitely more enjoyable. I've been doing that whole winter. And does it autocorrect color to color? By the way, KD Cheap, how do you feel about use in your words? Are you feeling very passionate about the U in color? I'm sorry. This is some stupid things that come to my mind, you know. How do you like VS Code for Unity? I've only used Visual Studio. Yeah, so I'm kind of on like test run with it right now. I literally started using it this week, so I don't have like that much to say. There's been a couple of like really bad moments. I'm not gonna lie. There's been a couple of like really bad moments. This is a bad moment that we're facing right now, but it's not because of Visual Studio Code. As far as I know, we're just crashing for some reason. But like, there's been some annoyances, and I think we should like write them down. All right, so VS Code experiences. All right. Hey, Pink is here. How's it going, Pink? Good to see you. So my Unity just crashed for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. It was like, all right, we are out of here. So I gotta give it the old Viedään saunan taakse. Yeah, only the annoying stuff. So first of all, we had a major issue. Cannot find mouse buttons. Like, what the fuck? This was a really big deal for me because I used Rider for 2 years, and in Rider I had, and I think it's like custom. Not custom. I mean default. I think by default in Rider, if you press your mouse scroll, which is mouse 3, I think, it's like going to reference, go to definition. It's like super helpful because you can just press like method or like like a declaration or whatever, and it goes like instantly to the method when you're like pressing middle mouse. So I got used to that, and in VS Code you just can't do that. You need some like custom shit, and it's like, what the hell. Then there was another one. I think there was another one like files in editor can't be listed vertically. Lol. Wow, this guy is really spamming. Pinky says that it's okay, he just had some tea. Nice, what kind of tea? I'm a big fan of tea. Never seen anyone use mouse spines in an IDE. Honestly, I would highly recommend trying the middle mouse on the go to definition. It is so good. It's so good. In the color versus color debate, I write color in speech. You'd think I'd have learned not to do it when coding, but no. Yeah, I can imagine that being quite annoying. There was one other thing in VS Code. Trying to remember. That's why I'm gonna like write them down, because obviously there has been some trouble. Okay, so one of the problems we had yesterday is that when I walked like this and I fished, all right, it's fixed. It's actually fixed. Yeah, it's fixed. Okay, so it stops walking. Very good. That was a quick win. And now I'm feeling good about myself, and we can move on to more difficult things. Fixed an issue where player could be walking while interacting with fishing pole. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So I think there was something else as well. It was the spawning bug. Yeah, that was the other one. All right. So now we can move on to do. I think we're gonna do the fishing tool next. And how do we do it? I think we need some new data. That's what we need. We need new data. I believe that's the right way to look at it. Let me just go ahead and open the chat. I always forget. We don't get a whole lot of chat messages on YouTube, but in case we do, it probably is a nice touch to have it open. There it is. All right. Moving on. So KD, you're working on PHP project right now. Have you ever done game dev? Are you interested in game dev? So I think what we need to do is I'm gonna be using Isai's AG's art. So basically Isai's AG has been wonderfully helpful, and he basically did this for us. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to save this into our art, and it's a rune trident. And I suppose we could use this one as well. Nah. Let's just go with this. Opening Krita. Krita is our free Photoshop. I've been really pleasantly surprised with Krita. There's been a couple of, couple of these quality of life things that's kind of annoying. That's missing from Krita. Oh, it's still using the AI. I don't want it to use the AI. Can I can it just move, like be gone? I don't know how to disable it. I need to figure it out at some point. I'm not gonna do it now. All right. So what we need is we actually need multiple things. What size is the trident? It's 216, so it's pretty small. It is pretty small. Well, let's try it, all right? Let's try it. So it's rune trident. Yeah, it's pretty low pixel. I do like it how it looks like, so I think we're gonna use it and kind of replicate it or something like that. So I'm just gonna go new, and we're gonna do, I think 1024 is the one we're using for weapons. Is it? Let me just open. Yeah, that's kind of the thing we're doing. So you're not that far off. Not that far off. Let's go assets, arts, and we have kind of these weapons. So if I take this for example, I think this is 1024 if I remember. Yeah, so it's 1024. If I bring this over, look how small it is. Look how small it is. Pew! Pew, pew, pew. I'm gonna stab you. Yeah, and if I stretch this, it's gonna be stretched, all right. It's gonna be stretched, all right. Rune trident. Katie says that I came up in game dev. I worked for a mobile game company for 3 years, left that for a Unity dev working with VR, and for the last 2 years I switched fields into full stack development. Wow! So you've been cooking, my friend. Nice. Do you miss the game dev days? I have one good friend of mine who kind of did the same thing. He worked, he studied for game development, programming side, and he had a company. The company kind of failed, and then he got recruited into Nokia, the Finnish kind of telecommunications and whatnot, and he's been there now. So he did the kind of the same thing. So this is obviously too low poly for us, or too small for us. So what we're gonna do is, I think we can replicate this. We can replicate this fairly easy, so let's just do that. So I'm just gonna add a new layer behind it. Gonna use the same color, decrease the size a bit. Just gonna try to paint over of what was being done, something like this. And then let's just do let's do this. see how this looks like if we just do a straight line over here. So it's a little, could be a little bit more thick. Could be a little thicker. That's what she said. Alright, that's better. And then we're just gonna do brush again, and I'm just gonna like brush over this. Brush over this. Shouldn't that weapon be like twice the size when in hand though? That's a good point. That is a good point. I don't actually like know what is the best practice. Like it probably makes sense to like, should there be like different sizes in the like in this Krita file as well? Like, is that how it's supposed, like, is that the best way to do like a proper size? Alright, so I think that's actually pretty good. We're just gonna do it, we'll make it a little bit more sharp. So I'm just gonna do like these kind of like arrowheads. Just gonna do these arrowheads real quick. Yeah, I don't know what the best practice is. A little dicks at the top, you know. Nothing wrong with a little bit of a dick painting. I miss it a little bit, but I think I prefer it as a hobby rather than work. I still game dev in my spare time. Let's go! Yeah, I think that's true. And you can probably say for sure that you're making better money as a developer. I'm open to working in like regular software as well. I am. This is kind of like my dream job is to be a game dev, 100%. But like I'm not making any money right now. I'm living off my kind of like past salaries, and it's not very good. All right, so I think we could use this. I'm not gonna be giving it much more of love. These are very much like proof of concepts more than anything else. So we're gonna go ahead and export. So I'm just gonna save this. I'm gonna do a new folder for them. It's called Tools, and this is gonna be called Wielded Trident Rune. Wielded Rune Trident. Alright, and we're also gonna export it as PNG. We don't need to save it anymore. So there it is. That's basically gonna be the Rune Trident. I think I can fairly quickly make this into different colors as well. So let's do that. Let's open a project. So here's the green one. So I'm gonna take their color and change this. So we need to dump. And then we're gonna take pick a brush and paint it green. That's the green one. Let's export that. Wielded Green Trident. And then we're gonna go ahead and open the red one. I got some extra layers. Yeah, you're right. All right. I've got a lot of extra layers. Let's delete them. I don't think we're gonna be needing them. I don't think we're gonna be needing them. Yeah, so let's do the same thing again and make this red. So this is gonna be kind of like the dragon level. red trident. And let's do one more. It's just gonna be plain black. Just plain black. We have the black one here now. Yeah, there it is. Now we got the different rarities. There's one more thing though. Is there something preventing you from using white image and just tint it inside Unity to whatever color needed? Interesting. Using white image and tinting it. Probably no. Yeah, I don't think there's anything stopping us. Generally, your items haven't been plainly just one color though. Yeah. So in the future, they won't be just one color. But right now, like kind of like a beta version, there's gonna be simply just one color. Yeah, I think you could do that way. BNApps 100%. This is kind of like just the way that I've learned how to do it. Is it the best? Most likely not. Okay, so we need to do one more thing, or like two more things, and one of them being that we're gonna change the canvas size to 512 by 512, and we're gonna go ahead and move this and rotate it, make it smaller. This is gonna be the one that's on the ground. So I want it to be like sticking up a little bit like this. All right, so something like that. So it's kind of like look. It looks a little bit like it's sticking from the ground. And this is going to be saved as dropped trident. And we're gonna export it as PNG. Dropped black trident. I think we ought. I think we have different folder for dropped item assets, so we should put it there. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put it there. I'll save it and make it green. Dropped. What happened? What happened? So we need to add to selection. Or remove from selection, actually. Yeah. So that's green. Export. Dropped green trident. We need to store it, and we're gonna do red, for example. Export dropped red trident, and one more time as the rune color, or two more times, I'm not sure. Open reasons. There it is. Dropped a rune trident. Okay, so now we have the dropped ones, I think. Then we need one more, which is the icon for the item. So we're gonna be resizing our canvas one more time. This is gonna be 256. 256. Okay, so just be gone. Be gone. But hey, how's BNApps doing? Have you been working? Have you been busy? Alright, so we're gonna do like an icon here. This is gonna be the icon of the item. Yep. This is gonna be the icon for the item. That's it. Export. We have another file for this one as well, or a folder for this one. It's icons used. This is cyan trident icon. Do red. Export. Red trident icon. And then the green one. And then black. And we are done. What's the quickest way to change like color? That's probably it, yeah. Export black trident icon. Let's go. All right. So if everything went right, we should be seeing a whole bunch of new art assets inside everywhere. So for example, if we go into icons used, we should be seeing the cyan trident, yes. And we are seeing like all these different icons. So I think what I can just do is press Ctrl A and select the texture importer. And basically just set this into single. And all of these should be 256 if I've done it correctly. And that's basically it, right? If I apply, everything should be 256 now. Everything should be single and all right, so there's something going on here. The selection wasn't perfect. Selection was far from perfect. Is it yeah, it's quite ugly. It's quite ugly, but I think it's probably gonna be passable. Filter mode can affect. Let's see here. Filter mode. No filter. Point. Yeah, let's try that. What is it better? Yeah, it is better. It still has this kind of like, yeah, no compression, yeah. This is better 100%. Okay, let's go with that. Then we need to change the dropped item as well. Yeah, it's somewhere. Like we're talking about like very small things in the game. Probably not gonna be able to see anyway. So I'm gonna be, there's compression settings separately. Then we're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna go single. I wonder if it's gonna fuck that up. I'm not sure. So these are supposed to be 512. And it's single. Let's apply that and see if we've succeeded. I think we did. I wonder if these should be pivoted from the bottom. Yeah, that's, as you can see, like 512 is much more smooth. Much more smooth, yeah. I think these might be beneficial to pivot from the bottom. But yeah, we can fix that later on. Then we have the wielded ones. So let's go into the, I think they're under tools. And here are all the textures. So these are 1024, also singles. Looking for some hot dates. Swiping left. Alright, so that's it. That's it. We're gonna apply this. Okay, so then we can see if we can add these bad boys into... If we can add these bad boys into the hands of the player. So how is that done, you may ask? I'm glad you asked. I am glad you asked. We are going to go under player. And I'm thinking like, is it done over here? So yeah, we have weapons here. We have weapons over here. We can add weapons to the character. So that's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna add more weapons. Yeah, I think as far as this equipment goes, it doesn't make sense to create a new asset, like a library asset for this. I think they're just gonna be called weapons for the sake of equipping. They're like as data, they're gonna be tools, but like when you're equipping, it doesn't really make any difference. So let's see here. We need to check out. Yeah, so here's the library asset, and here we can just simply add new. So we could actually add a new category. Interesting. Should we add a new category though? Should we use a category? I think we might benefit from using a different category. Yeah, let's give it a go. So if we do a new category, we probably need some new logic as well. But this is gonna be like tridents. And I'm just gonna go ahead and create a new one. It's gonna be called Black Trident. And then we're gonna go ahead and search for wielded black trident and do a new one. This is green trident, and we're gonna search for green trident, and we're gonna take the wielded one. Cyan trident, cyan one, and lastly red trident is gonna be this one. Hey, Tricky Lady is back. Let's go. How's it going, our friend from Belgium? How are you? Who is your favorite Gen 1 Pokemon? Good question. That is good question, and I'm glad you asked. Glad you asked. I actually, it's on my background, but I don't know if you can tell. let me try. Can you like? Can you tell? Can you see this? It's so pixelated, isn't it? It's so pixelated. But there it is. It's like it's there. It's there. It's too pixelated. That's not Gen 1. It is. It is. It's not Charizard. It's not Charizard. It's Squirtle. It's Squirtle. Yeah, Squirtle. Yeah, I'm Team Squirtle, 100%. Squirtle, Susas, let's go. Yeah, and it's actually the funniest thing. I think it's like Spanish Pokemon card or something. Like it's literally a kind of like a funny thing that my girlfriend gave me some years ago. She knows Squirtle is my favorite one, and I don't know where she got it. I don't know where she got it from. Maybe some like thrift shops or something. She was like, "Hey, this is for you." And I think it reads like, yeah, it reads Carapace. So it's not Squirtle. It's actually like a Carapace. Yeah, Carapace est un petit tort. So it's French. It's a French Squirtle. French Squirtle, let's go. Carapace. Yeah, that's what it is. How's Susa doing? A good day, and nice to see you back, Tricky Lady. What's your favorite Gen 1 Pokemon? Let's face it, Gen 1 Pokemons are the only ones that really count. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Okay, so we have now new weapons. And if we change to tridents, we are gonna see these new beautiful tridents. Beautiful, beautiful tridents. The thing about these are that they are not really moved to right place, which is a little unfortunate. So how does it look like? Let's actually take a look at some of the animations. So if I put on animation, window, animation, and we're just gonna do like some of these idols. Yeah, so it looks like it's sticking out of its hand, like arm. That's not what you want. That's actually not bad. That actually kind of looked like it's inside his hand. That's actually kind of good. What about walking? Yeah, so it's not completely there. All right, so this is a little bit of a problem. I didn't think of this. I actually didn't think of this early on. So how we have handled this is actually so that we have a kind of like a game object in the hand, which is kind of like the weapon parent, and like underneath it, as a child, there is the weapon, and I have rotated it and I have moved it so that the weapons, the swords, look right. But now if I put the tridents underneath it, well, let me just say that it doesn't work. That's controversial, but I'm good going to play some board games with friends today. Let's go! I love board games. I just don't really have friends who really enjoy board games. It needs a specific type of friend to do board games. Like my big brother, like we used to play a lot of like these strategy games and kind of like these adult board games. And we had a lot of fun, but then we started having kids and we don't have the time, and it breaks my heart. You forgot to reply the sandals question. Oh, Tricky Lady, I'm sorry. I'm just a man. If you put multiple questions into one, as a man brain, I can only answer one. I'm sorry. It's just a man thing. So nice that you let me know. So are you pro sandals on men or anti? Pro sandals. That is a good question. What do I think about sandals? So there is obviously my mind is straight going into the stereotypical Finnish tourist on some sunny hot beach where they have, you know, like these tennis socks inside the sandals, and it's kind of like horrible, and people give them all the hate. But Finnish dads, yeah. But I gotta say, like, I'm not really that judgmental when it comes to people's clothing. So, like sandals, obviously, they can be nice for your feet. They are breathing, but then it can, like, it can strain your feet, which can cause, some blood circulation issues or whatnot. So maybe you want to put some nice thick sock underneath. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Embrace the prejudice, embrace the hate, and just go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, don't stop there. Get a corny dad cap, and get this fanny bag. The bag that you put on your waist, and the bigger the better. And then have a corny summer shirt. Yeah, it's like, why stop there? Just keep going. Socks and sandals on beach does not sound good to me. True, true. Okay, so I think the way we're gonna fix this issue, like we could be doing some custom, like we could actually like change the position of the weapon object inside here. But I think it's just gonna cause more problems than it's gonna help or solve. So what I think we're actually gonna do is we are gonna go back into the wielded object. And I think we're just gonna like use the existing sword that we have worked with. And we are gonna kind of like move the trident to match that. I think that's probably the best solution I can come up with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate it kind of to match it, so that we can just use the same. So it's gonna be shorter now, but that's all right. That's all right. It is what it is. So I think if it's like that, it may work. So I think what I've done is I basically like matched it to this kind of like place. So I think that might work. Let's try that. So this is actually gonna be the trident now. Icons used, it's inside art and wielded weapons tools. So this is the wielded trident 2. All right. It doesn't take long for me to do the new colors, so let's just do them. Blop. Oh, nope. Dip. Export. Wielded red trident 2. Then cyan. Which color did we do first? Did we do the cyan one first? I think we did the cyan one first. Export. Wielded black 2. And lastly the green one. Green, where are you there? I think we probably need to make the sword smaller at some point. I think these might look a little silly. I do have one idea we could work with though. Alright, so let's see if that works. Is that any better? So we need to go under weapons, no tools, and select everything. Go single 1024. Apply. One solution could be to create all assets facing X or Y direction, and then based on weapon instantiate weapon to wield points, position, rotation, and move forward, backwards in forward vector if needed. Yeah. You could definitely do this in script, and you could like customize it. I'm just looking for fast solutions here. So let's see how it looks like. We change these now. So this is the black one. This is the green one. Cyan. Didn't we do a cyan? So we just didn't do the cyan. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Export. Trident 2. We did. What? How come it didn't like show up? Under tools. Wielded rune 2. Okay, so it is here. I don't know what's going on. Alright, let's try this again. So cyan, trident. What? There it is. I don't know what happened. Oh, it was called rune. Oh my god, I'm just like, okay, I'm just brain dead. I've completely like misnamed it. That's fine. That is fine. All right, let's give it a go now. What does it look like? So yeah, as you can see, they are fitting the hand much more nicely now. But they are kind of looking tiny. They are kind of looking tiny. Pew, pew, pew. Tiny tridents. This one is looking kind of fat. Yeah, they're all looking kind of fat. That's fine. You can now change the trident. That's cool. Yeah, it's all right. I would love it to be a little bit bigger. Micro trident, yeah, micro PP. Tricky Lady says that Kadabra. Damn, Kadabra is really cool. I like all the Abras kind of like phases or evolutions. Yeah, 100%. I think Alakazam might have been my favorite one when I was a kid, or at least one of the favorite ones. I think it's still like one of the top ones, 100%. It is a little bit of a ham fork. And I think... Okay, so let's try one thing. I have an idea what we could do. So basically, what if we change the pixel per unit? What if this was, I don't know, like 800? What if this was like 800? What would it do? It becomes bigger. It does become bigger. It does become bigger. Let's give it a go. So what if we make this like 512? Does it still fit? No, so it starts to move a little bit. This is obviously not the best solution, but it is starting to look more epic. It is definitely starting to look more epic. Okay, so let's see if we do some animations. How does the animation work? Window, animation, animation. Put the animation under here. Let's change the layout into the animation. And do some testing. I think it's passable at this point at least. See about the other ones. This is actually looking kind of good. What about the running? I think that's passable as well. What about the west animation? Yeah, so it's definitely poking underneath the ground, but that's fine. I think we're gonna go with this. It's not the most elegant solution. So I actually think the best workflow here would be that we don't actually fill up the whole canvas. So for example, I think the problem started when we started making these big ass swords. I think we should have made them smaller. You know, something like, I think this should have been like something like the size of this. And then we would kind of like angle it so that it looks like it's kind of like used in the weapon or something. And then we could actually like add, for example, this in here to kind of like make it bigger, you know. So we could actually like fit it inside here, and it would make sense. I think we should have done that. And I think for the next version, when we are kind of like redoing all the weapon and meshes, I think we're gonna do this. I think this is what we're gonna do then. Yep. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, so I am pretty happy with this. Obviously, this one it's a little bit out there, but I think, yeah, as you can see, it's not really like there. Maybe we can give it just a little bit of a move. So what we need to do is open this and change the weapon position just a little bit. So in the weapon, we can just pivot it, something like that. So how is it now? Better. Okay, so what if I change to a sword? Is it now bad on the sword? Okay, so that's all right. Let's see some of the other ones. Idle. That's definitely passable. I think that's pretty good as well. What about the south walk? Yeah, that works. That works. What about with swords? Yeah. All right. So I think we can live with this. Okay. So basically we moved it a little bit. Let's do some version control. So we got a lot of shit. So let's do all of that shit now. Just gonna add these into the staging. Brought in new tools, tool tridents into the game. Created a new tools folder for them. Might have changed some existing asset. Changed some existing assets into point filter to make them more crisp. All right, so commit. Then we're gonna do these guys. So these guys are gonna get in. Created a new group for tridents to be equipped. Moved the weapon game object inside sub character to match the trident a little better. All right, there it is. I don't know about the autosave. Probably don't need that. Susa says that I gotta say that even if I don't understand anything about coding and game making, it's been fun to watch how the game is developing. Hey, I'm glad that you think that. I really am, because I think this is interesting. Obviously, I have a lot of passion in this thing, but it's always like fun to hear what other think, and especially those who don't do this kind of things. Like, I think you can still like enjoy it. So it's really cool to hear. Thank you for telling me. When did you start? So we started, I think it was kind of like late August. Yeah, so I think we're like 6 months in. Let's see, so September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So we're actually like approaching the 7th month. Yeah. But there's been quite a bit of, like breaks and vacations where I haven't worked on the game. I've done like 95, 99%, somewhere around that proportion I've been doing on stream. So I haven't done all that much off stream. So now we have tridents in the game. There's a couple of things we need to do. One of them is that they are actually not inside the game. So what does that mean? It means that we haven't done the new items for them. So we need to do new equipables. And I think we're gonna do... So if we're looking at, like, for example, we're looking like Science Sword. So we need a new item type, which is gonna be tool. But I think, yeah, I basically think that we don't actually need to do much more new data. Yeah. So I think we can just do, like, let's just go under equipable. And we have equip type. So we're just gonna go ahead and add tool. We're just gonna add tool. Should we add? No, I think what we're gonna actually do is we're gonna do like a more. I'm gonna go more specific. So I'm actually gonna go like trident, or maybe just like fishing. Let's go fishing, and then we're gonna do one more, which is gonna be pickaxe. Fishing and pickaxe. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. Let's do fishing rod. No, trident. Let's do trident. I think it matches the pickaxe logic. I remember when you started the progress by thinking what kind of game you want to do, and here we are. I'm just super glad for you. Hey, thank you. That's so kind. That's awesome. Yeah, it is quite amazing to look back. I've always had this like grand vision for the game, and kind of like the gameplay loop I want to achieve, and the game feeling that I want to achieve, and it feels super good to see it come to life. But I gotta say, like, the idea and all of that has evolved while we're being at it, and it's really cool to kind of like see how it's taking shape. So the creation process is super fun. Okay, so now we have the trident, we have pickaxe, so now we can basically do new equipables. And I know equipable isn't technically a word, but I talked with my Scottish friend, and he said that it should be a word. So that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna heed his advice. Sprite label. I think we might need a new field here to handle this, but let's take one thing at a time. So what we're gonna do is we basically have these IDs. So we have weapons going from 100 to 199. I don't think we're gonna be needing that much weapon spots though. Armor 299, crafting 399. Let's just go like tools from 400 onwards. I think that's probably makes sense, unless we have done something like that. Yeah, so crafting materials are like that. What about blueprints? What are blueprints? Yeah, blueprints are from 500. So if I understand this correct, there isn't anything in the 400s, right? Yeah, so we have nothing on 400s. Let's add to that. So inside, we need to go inside item, and here we have the kind of like the tooltip. So we can just do. I'm just gonna do like /n, which is new line, and tools from 400 to 499. That's just gonna be a little bit of a tip for me. I really appreciate that I did this, because you forget about things. That's what happens. So it is equipment. Yeah, that should be fine. All right. Now we could. I think we're good. I think we're good. We can do the new items. Wear a t-shirt outside now in the sun. It feels so nice. That is one of the best feelings. I'm telling you, it's one of the best feelings when you can actually like lose your winter clothes and just go chill in the sun. So this is gonna be called item Black Trident, and then item name is Black Trident. Item icon is Black Trident. Can you imagine? Black trident. Dropped icon is dropped black trident. Item ID is 400. Wonder if it should be 401. Because I think we might have a worst one. Well, let's go with 400. It is equipment. It's not crafting, but it is a trident. That looks a little confusing. Let me just fix that. So in there, there's like crafting material type or something like that. Yeah, so I think we ought to have like new header for this equip type. Is it this one? Yeah. So let's do that. Equipment type. Let's do that. So it creates this a little bit of a, like a spacing here. Yeah, that's better. Equipment tier. Yeah, this is gonna be tier 1 as far as I'm concerned. So black sword is tier 1, yeah, so that should be it. Black trident, item ID 400, tier 1. I'm gonna give them like some like super lousy values, so maybe they'll have like 2 strength or something. So you can actually fight with these. It's not very beneficial, but yeah, you can do that. I think we need a sprite label for this, so I think it's black trident. I think it's black trident. I think we are better off checking it if that's right. So how we can actually like determine what it is? So we can go over here, and it's under tridents. It's black trident. Yeah. I think we might need a new one that there's none. Yeah, let's add that. So underneath the swords we have empty, so I think we should have an empty one here as well. Empty. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Now underneath the weapon. We were doing new equipables. And we just created the first one, which is the black trident. Yeah, let's do a new one. This is gonna be called item green trident. Green trident. Green trident. Green trident. 401. Equipment, none. Trident, tier 2. It's gonna have 1 more strength. 1 more strength. Green trident. Nice. Next item, cyan trident. Cyan trident. Cyan trident. I think it's actually like a rune trident because I failed at life. I failed at life. Probably change the name, to be fair. I should probably change the name so it's actually dropped cyan trident, just to not make it so confusing, because you want to be consistent with your naming. So we have cyan trident. Cyan trident dropped, yeah. 402 is the ID. Trident, it's tier 3. This one has 4 strength. And it's cyan trident, right? One more time. This is item red trident. Is it just me or is red trident sounding, or like trident sounding stupid now? 403, tier 4. It's gonna have 5 strength. So you can use it as a weapon, that's kind of like the point, but it's not the point. Alright, so we have those now. Let's see if these are correct still. They are. Very good. Very good. Okay, so we have the items now. Let's do a push. Let's do some version control. Just gonna do the assets first. So what we actually did. Item black dye, yeah, so added new items. We should stage these. Let's stage the item and equipable as well. Added 2 new item types for the tools in the game. Then created a new item assets for the tridents. Looking good. Thank you, thank you. Then we are staging these guys, and what we did is that added an empty trident sprite. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Alright, let's push these. Pushing them to the limit. Limit! Okay, so. We have now they are kind of like in the game. Except there's one more thing. They are not in item catalog. They are not in the catalog. So we gotta do that. So let's do the... I'm just gonna lock this. Cyan Trident. Black Trident. Green... Wonder if it's this one. And Red Trident. I think these are the new items. Yeah. Let's change the order. Black. Green. Cyan, red. Okay, so that's it. Now we have those. So they can be accessed. What else? Is there anything else? Okay, so there's one more thing that doesn't exist in the game, and that's the fact that my equipment handler can't handle the tridents. That's basically what's missing. What is this? Okay. Yeah, so let's check it out. So I think it's called equipment handler. We have equipment handler, and we have these different armor assets, and we have the weapon weapon sprite resolver. A weapon string is just swords. So we need another one. So we need like, I don't know, like trident string, and this is, I think it's just tridents. Let's see if it's, did it have an S? I can't remember. We need a little bit of a logic. A logic needs to be done, so let's check it out again. So what did we call it? What did we call it? So we did call it tridents. It's good stuff. It is tridents. Now, when we are changing weapon, we are basically going into weapon sprite resolver. Set category and label. We're always doing weapon string. Okay, so this is not difficult. Okay, so this is pretty good. This is not difficult. what we basically need to do is we need to have a little bit of a check here. So first check what type of the weapon it is. Yeah. So AI is really close. What we need to do is we need to check. So we need to get the item. So get item by ID, and this is gonna give us the item, and then we're basically checking item by item type. Item type. I think we can just do like switch case of this one, right? So let's do like if item and if item is not null, and if item type if it has an item type. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, so let's just check if it's not null. So if it exists, then we're gonna do a switch case statement on the item type. And we're gonna go case. What? Case. Yeah, I think we need curly. We need curly curlies. Go case. We're gonna go. Okay, so it's not item type. It's not item type, it's equipable type, is it? Yeah, it's equip type. Equipable. We're gonna do this. And I think we can cast it like this. We're gonna cast it into equipable. And if equipable is not null, then we're gonna do equipable equip type. There it is. There it is, guys. And now we can do like all these kinds of things. And we're just gonna go like if it's weapon, then we are going to do this. We're gonna do this. Holy shit, the freaking co-pilot is making me it's making me dizzy. So if it's this, then we're gonna do the other thing. We're gonna do the trident string. And we're gonna break. I think that might work. I think that actually might work. Then we have the change weapon back to default, so we're just gonna go empty. No. Huh. Alright guys. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do null check, and we're gonna do prediction. So, do you guys believe that the tridents now work? I'm gonna add just a little bit of more logic so we can actually like try everything out. Will the tridents appear in the game? Yes or no? There's 5 minutes of prediction time. So I'm gonna be even more ambitious here. I'm gonna go into player controller and we're gonna do the check here. So basically what we can do, so we're checking the distance, but I think we could actually check the tool first. We could check the tool first. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna like to do add a toast system to tell whether player can fish or not. So I'm just gonna do like if player state equipment equipped items 0 I wonder what we should do here. So we can basically we need to check the first value which tells the weapon type, or like the what weapon are we what weapon we're doing. And let's do our item or like weapon, equipped weapon is going to be equipable item catalog manager instance. Yeah, okay, so Copilot is kind of kicking ass right now. It is so much better than the VS Code by default. Alright, so we got this equipped weapon, so let's do it if equipped weapon. So if this is not the case, we can just do if equipped weapon. We're gonna do like log no weapon equipped. Are we gonna do return? I think we could do return. No weapon equipped. All right, let me think about this. So what we want to do basically is we want to check that we have a trident equipped. That's what we want to do. And we can do, I think we ought to do a little bit of a more here. So we're doing the equipped weapon. So then we're gonna check actually like if it's a thing, then we're gonna check if it's trident. And this is kind of like, okay, so you need trident to fish. We're gonna return. So this is a way to kind of like end the nestedness. But I think we could actually turn this around and put this inside. Yeah, well, let's start with this. Except that there's actually a problem here. We ought to need to do this one as well. So we're gonna do like you need a weapon to equip a tool to fish. So this is basically like saying that hey, you don't even have like anything equipped. Yeah. All right. So I think that might work. So we're gonna see what the equipped weapon is. We're gonna cast it into equipable. If it's null, it means that we didn't, it wasn't an equipable. And we're gonna go in here and it says that you need an you need an equipable basically. Alright, but if it is not null, then we're gonna see if it is not trident. And if it's not trident, so if it's like a weapon, for example, it's gonna say like, hey, okay, so you need a trident. But if it is a trident, then it's gonna move past And it's gonna go over here. Yeah. It's not the most like sophisticated one, but I think it would work. The prediction time ended, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it a go. So we did a lot of logic, we did a lot of assets and whatnot. So this is gonna be pretty volatile. I'm gonna check if we have any null refs. We're gonna fix them. They're not gonna count towards the prediction. But if everything works here, then we're gonna just go ahead and go on with the... Alright, so everything seems to be working. Do we have tridents? We do! Alright guys. Alright guys. Big moment. Big moment. So we have trident. First of all, does it go... Okay, so there's something wrong with this equipment slot. They should be showing the... They should be showing the empty weapons and whatnot. That's alright. Okay, so let's see if we can equip Green Trident. Unity gods, grant me this buff. Fuck! Fuck! Okay, so the prediction is not looking too hot now. Alright, so we got a key trident is not present in dictionary. So there's something I forgot about. Player state 451. Use item. Ah, it's not in here. If it's type equipment. Wait. Wait. Use item. $450. What was the line? 451. Handle equip item. So equip type mapping. Oh, it's not in here, is it? It's not in here now, is it? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of silly. So what we need to do is we need to add these things over here. Let's see if the co-pilot knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, trident 4, pickaxe 5, exactly. So if I add those, will it make it better? So now it's gonna be like, alright, so we're gonna be handling equip item, equip type mapping. It's gonna be like 4 and 5. So it's gonna be like 4. What does that mean? Equipped item index. Ah. Okay. So these are supposed to be 0 as well. I think so. The equip types are bound to different slots in the equipped item lists. Weapons, tridents, and weapons and tools go to slot 0. So I think that is gonna fix it. So if that was the only problem, I'm still gonna give it to the believers. If everything else works, and that was the only thing that didn't work, I'm gonna give it to believers. All right. But if there's any other problem, then I'm gonna give it to doubters. Because I just didn't like, I didn't even notice that bug. All right. So do we have tridents? We do. All right. Unity gods. It is once again me asking for help. Yes! We have trident equipped. Trident looks pretty good. Good stuff. Now, does the fishing work? That is the next question, ladies and gentlemen. Does the fishing work? Come on. We are missing an icon, but it does work. It works! Woohoo! All right, so what if I have a science sword? It doesn't let me. It doesn't let me fish. Good stuff. It doesn't let me fish. What if I have a red? Yeah, it does let me fish. Yeah. Success. Prediction. I'm sorry, Brogox. Somebody will get a lot of points. Somebody's getting a lot of points from our good friend Brogox. So we were missing some icons. I don't know what happened. Laretski, nice as AG, congrats. We got a lot of points. So we're missing icons. What happened? So inside droplets, so it's consumables. Okay, we just lost the references. That's what happened. That's what happened. All right, so item icon for anglerfish. Yeah, this one dropped icon. The other one. Nice. Then we are missing item droplet of Tuonela. The item icon, so it's this one. Are we missing something else? Like okay, these are still there. What about the equipables? They seem to be intact. Yeah, they are intact. But we were missing those. Equipment shits. Equipment shit was missing. I think they are probably under player now, are they? I think they're under player. So let's open the player prefab. And underneath, like a miracle, this is the wrong player prefab, is it? No, it's not. Over here we have the inventory parent. Right. Right. 2D. Inventory parent. Inventory header equipment parent. So this is the one I'm looking for. Why can't I see anything? Why am I not seeing anything? Oh, there it is. Not seeing anything. What is going on? All right, so there it is. There it is. All right, let's put it on one. So these are the ones that I was talking about. We just lost them. So we have the equipment parent. And here are the equipment's weapon slots. Yeah, so we just don't have the icons anymore. Okay. So what I'm actually thinking of doing here, I'm gonna give this just like the easiest facelift it has ever received. I'm gonna make it black, and I'm gonna like make it transparent, like so. And the icon here, we're gonna do the weapon, sword, this one. So that's what it's gonna be like. Then we have the armor slot. Same here, black 100. And on the icon, we're gonna do the robe icon. Same on the amulet. What is it called? I don't know, man. Jewelry, no. What is it called? I can't remember. Necklace? Yeah, it's necklace. Background, black 100. This one is supposed to be the ring. Alright, so it looks a little better now. Looks a little better now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and override this. Okay. New tools now work. Added simple logic to check whether player was equipping trident when fishing. Added some icons were missing, so we attached those into the components involved. All right, good stuff. Let's give this a go. Let's give this a go, shall we? Okay, so we most definitely still have an issue here. We most definitely still have an issue. And we are seeing a dropped icon of the cyan trident, so there's another bug. Fuck me. So inside equipable, there's some hiccup. Cyan trident has 2 dropped ones. Yeah, that's the problem. So cyan trident, there it is, fix that. And there seems to be some, like, something going on with the default sprites within the inventory. So let's have a look at that. So they look correct here. Do I have like a reference to them or something? There's weapon slot, armor slot, blah blah blah. Seems about right. Is there like anything else happening here? Oh, there it is. So the default icon is missing. So this is the sword. Here's the robe. And here's the, I think it was necklace. And lastly, the ring. And we forgot to change that, so let's change that. Okay. One more go. I think we are making progress. Yeah, we have, these look correct. We can equip stuff. We can unequip stuff. Hey, wait. There's a bug. What is that? There's another bug, but the things that I tried to fix were actually fixed. Stage these. Cyan trident had wrong icon. Inventory parent alpha was left to 1 by accident. Hey, so the problem we had was that when I unequipped a weapon, it unequipped the armor as well. So let's have a look at that. So it's in the equipment handler. And we went to the change weapon back to default. Okay, so wherever this is getting called from, triggers something that it shouldn't. So we have the, I think it's probably under equipment. No? What? Alright, so what the hell's going on here? Set up weapon slot. So if the ID is other than 0, we're gonna go into weapon slot, set the equipped item back to default. And equipment handler, change weapon back to default. Wait, what? What? Weapon slot, set equipped item. What is this? Equipment slot. Okay, so this is the one responsible for updating the visuals. So this is working correctly, okay. Equipment handler, so this is one doing the graphics on the character. And it's going here. It's changing weapon sprite resolver, category and label. So it's going weapon string and empty. That should be fine. Shadow weapon sprite resolver, set category and label, weapon string empty. So the shadows probably don't work right, so we probably need to fix the shadows as well. But how come it's changing the armor? How come it's changing the armor? Change armor back to default. So where is this getting called from? Equipment handler, player state. Equipment. So if equipment ID, equipable item ID. What's going on? Equipment. So is the problem here? So we're setting the equipment slots. We're setting like equipable is 0 and 1 and 2 and 3. Did something change here? So if I'm unequipping the first one, how does it trigger the armor slot though? Armor slot set equipped item to default. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. What's going on? Well, what I suppose we need to do is we need to add a debug log onto the default one. So change armor was called. So where is that getting called from? Like, I don't get it. There's something we changed. But what? Okay, are we crashing again with some random library asset? Worst. It's the worst, guys. This is the worst. For some reason it's been crashing to these sprite library assets now. I'm gonna do a couple squats. got the world to show. Yeah, so this is the thing about Unity. Like when it does this, it doesn't know when to stop. It just like kills itself. That's twice it has happened today, so I'm not feeling very confident. But I grabbed a Pepsi Max. Maximum taste, no sugar. All right. So, did we lose some progress? I don't know. I hope not. The default asset was created for blah 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 because the asset was... Oh my god, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good now, does it? Okay, so what we're doing is we're equipping like trident and armor. And let's reset the log. Now when we unequip... Change armor was called. Where? Who is to blame? Who is to blame? It's called from player state 586. Unequip item server RPC. So we're unequipping. And we're basically going over, okay, so is it equipment? And if it's weapon, we're gonna change the weapon back to default. If it's not weapon, then we're gonna change armor back to default. What? Why? Why though? Why? What is this? What is this? Who has coded this shit? Who's responsible for this crap code? Why? Okay, so is it because, so basically I'm just feeding the index of the item. I'm feeding basically like the index of the equipped items. And then we're just basically seeing like, okay, so if it's weapon, do this, and if it's armor or nothing, anything else. No, Brogox, it's me. This is the Scooby-Doo when he's like taking the rug off someone, and it's yourself. Yeah, it's me who has done this shit. Okay, so I think this ought to be a switch case statement. So if equipable. Yeah, so we're casting the item, we're checking, okay, what it is. Alright, so I think we ought to do a switch case here. Yeah, AI actually like perfectly did it. So far, I'm really liking the Copilot. I am really enjoying the Copilot. It is super powerful. Super powerful, let me tell you. Alright, so that should basically fix the bug. We can probably take this debug away. Super powerful, let me tell you. Alright. Now, now does it work? That is the question. Okay, so we're equipping red armor. We are unequipping red armor. We're equipping cyan armor. We are equipping red sword. We are unequipping red sword. Green trident. Unequipping. Boom. 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 boom, 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 boom. Everything seems to be working. Good stuff. Now, fishing works. Do we get a fish? Do we get a fish? Do we get a fish? Where's the fish? There it is. Guys, our fishing is starting to look a little bit like fishing. It's good stuff. Let's commit all this. Good stuff. Fixed a bug where unequipping a trident set the armor back to default. Guys, good stuff. Pushing it over there. Let's comment out some of these debug logs. So for example, we don't need that one. And I think there is the issue with the shadow. So let's actually take a look at do we have a shadow? Do we have a shadow? We probably don't have shadows with the tridents, do we? We actually do have a shadow. I cannot believe we have a shadow. We actually have a shadow. That's actually quite surprising. Huh. Okay, so I'm suffering from success. So I'm getting a null ref here every once in a while. Object ref not set to an instance of an object. So there's something wrong with the 30. So I think this is probably so that the instance doesn't exist anymore. It's probably so. Let's see if we do like if instance. If instance doesn't exist, we're gonna return. Let's see if that fixes that. Let's see if that fixes that. And I want to get rid of these as well. We got quite a bit of debug logs, so let's take them away as well. Right. And that one as well. Beep, 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 beep. All right, so now that we're done, we're like closing in on getting the fishing done. Now we can add a little bit of a more nuance to it. So obviously it's not what it needs to be yet. There's no level checks. There's no like type of fishing rod check or whatnot. So what if I stop playing? Do I get null refs? No. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. So let's do one more commit. So plus these and removed some obsolete debug logs and added a null check into event manager. Yeah. All right. We are moving. We are moving. This has been a very productive stream so far. So there's a couple of things that needs to be done. First and foremost is the fact that we need like a particular drop table, I think. I think it needs to be handled like a drop table. Right? So what if I do like a drop table of it? So how are we handling it right now? Let's actually take a look. Well, let's take a look at it. So basically inside our so what we need to do here is wherever we're handling the fishing. So I think we got the harvesting manager. Let's take a look at the harvesting manager real quick. So here where we're handling the fish. So here we're basically having the fish calculations. And here we're handling the item adding into inventory. So I think what we do have here, so we have the class here. This is the fishing entry. So here's the fishing item. Should we give players something additional if they are using like higher level fishing item than the pool needs? I'm not sure. Like, obviously the level of fishing gear that you have is going to like, we're going to like limit what you can, what pool you can fish. Just make it faster. I could make it faster, yeah. That is actually not a bad idea. Fast, like that would be one. I think one would be to give fish with better percentage. I think that might be the like most obvious solution. Yeah, like better chance of getting a fish. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I think how it should be. So basically we have like, I'm gonna like paint this black all the way. So we have like, this is level 1 of fishing pool. There's like a particular drop table for level 1 fishing pool. And it requires, so you cannot fish without at least level 1 or like tier 1 fishing trident, right? Yeah, so it requires that, and if you have more, it's gonna give you like, I don't know, like 5 plus 5% chance of getting every tier. So with tier 4 you're gonna have plus 20, something like this. I think that could be like fair. And the drop table would be the same, and this would be your benefit. And then you have like level 4 pool, and it would have its own drop table, and it would just require like a level 4 or tier 4. I think this would be one way to look at it. Another one would be just that you can actually like fish from any of the pool, but you would just have like absolutely horrible chance of getting anything. Is that interesting, Alexar, to you? Like, would that be good mechanic? So for example, if you went to level 5 or 4 fishing pool with the first trident, you would have like sub % chance of getting fish. Or does it make sense that you just can't? It needs to be visualized that it's pointless. Yeah, we're gonna do a toast system. So it's gonna like print you the kind of like error or that you failed to get a fish. You go to level 5 pool with level 1 trident and shark eats you. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Like just the shark comes up. You died. That's pretty funny. I think this is kind of like the most, like this is the easiest way to look at it. So we need to add the requirement. Yeah, so there, I think we need to do that, add the requirement check or the kind of like the fishing tool check twice. So first we gotta check it in the character controller, that do you have high enough of a tool, and then we gotta check it in the manager as well to see what the chance of is. I think if it stops you from fishing, the player instantly knows that there needs to be something better. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I think it could be in a little bit of an interesting feature if you could you could like get a fish from the higher pools as well. It would just be like super unlikely. I think it could work. It might add something like botting into the game though. Like imagine if you can like do a level like just basic shit and go fish. So it may be like pro botting. I don't know. I don't know. So what we need is we need the level pool. We need to check the requirement. We need the drop table. And so how are we checking the fishing pool level? So here it is. Yeah, so we got the fishing pool level. I think main point is so that it will tell player somehow that it's not the most efficient way. So here we're basically inputting the level. We're also inputting the fishing item. And then when we're going into the fish coroutine, then we're basically gonna do like, alright, so fish calculation. That's good stuff. Okay, so fish, we're gonna handle the item adding to inventory, fish ID. Alright, so here we gotta do, here we're gonna calculate whether we get a fish or not. I think we're gonna add like the drop tables, they need to be handled somewhere. So I think we're gonna do like fishing drop tables. I think they could actually be in the manager. So let's do a public list. Now let's just do public drop table level 1 fishing table. We're just gonna do like this for all of them. So it's gonna be level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. And can you change the drop tables to have public getters and private public getters and private setters? Question mark. Public getters and serialized field setters. So it's not doing it automatically. Copilot. Fix. I was hoping it would do it automatically. Alright, so we have now the fishing tables, and then we're gonna... Yeah, alright, that's good. Thank you very much, AI. Thank you very much. How do I get rid of you? Okay, so there it is. Now we can basically... We can ask them. So if fishing pool is level 1... So let's do like a switch case thing again. So this is gonna be the fishing pool level. Okay, so parentheses are required. Fishing pool level could not be found. Oh. Okay, so it did found it. Alright, so fishing, if the fishing pool level is 1, they actually start from 0 as far as I'm concerned. Right. So we're gonna do that. Fishing item is gonna be fishing level 1 fishing table. Get a random item. So what do we have inside the drop table though? Can't remember the drop table logic. Drop table. So we have... Alright, so I think what we... Can't remember how this was handled. Is it in the item catalog manager? Or is it actually in player state? Where did we handle this? No, I think they're actually like, are they spawning with them? I think they're actually spawning it with them. So what is it like NPC spawner? NPC manager. Let's see if we can like kind of like backtrack. So we have the bot spawners, for example. Going here, spawn NPC, instantiating them. So this is not exactly where it's handled. Where did I do the So is it not in player state then? I kind of get the feeling that it should be in player state. For bot, we're not doing this. So if we're bot, load bot inventory. Okay, so this is it. This is it. So we're doing potential items to drop. We're doing like, yeah, okay. Okay, so this is it. This is it. Hey, Blehman, how's it going? Good day, good day. Okay, so I think we can use this. I think we can use this. I think we can use this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a new method. This is gonna be like something like check handle drop table logic or something like that. And we are gonna go ahead and input the drop table here. So input drop table. And this is going to be handling those and that and inventory list. So this is basically adding that into the inventory. We don't want to do multiple drops though. Yeah, so this is kind of like pointless. This is kind of pointless. You know, you're one of the few streamers that say my name right. Let's go! That's a big credit. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Nice to see you. We are really productive today. We're trying out Copilot, GitHub's Copilot extension, and I'm loving it right now. All right, so we're basically doing this, and instead of the fishing item, we're just gonna go like the fish that we got. Fishing item? No, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, so I think there's a little bit of a problem with this logic. That's fine. I think what we need to do here is like kind of like do a fish here. So this is actually going to be like var fish, and we are actually gonna go into the handle drop table logic, and we are inputting this, and I think yeah, I think this is it, and this needs to be returning a fish. Can it just return an item? I think it can just return an item, really. Let's just comment these out for now. We're just gonna work with the first one. So we're setting the level 1 fishing table in there. Like so. And we don't need any potential items to drop. That's not what we need. Handle drop table logic. Hey, Siggy! Good stuff. AI slash LM with context is the best. Yeah, it is super powerful. I really like this. Okay, so we have the drop table, so we need to go over the drop table. That's what we basically need to do. I think we can just take that away and take some of these curly brackets away. We do need this though. So we are gonna go over the drop table, and we don't need this. I think we do need a value though. So next up, add 5090 to cart and run a local LMM. That would be the dream now, wouldn't it? Like, I think every true Giga nerd wants to run their own server for it, or like run their own model. It is, at the end of the day, it's probably the only one that doesn't leak your data. So yeah, that is kind of a dream. If I only had the money. How's it going, Ziggy? What have you been up to? So we're going like through this. I don't know if this is the right way. So the drop pair list one. Or is it? Do I actually need the cumulative drop chance? Alright, so var cumulative drop chance. So if this is 0, then we need the random value. Then we're basically gonna go like, alright, so we're gonna loop through the list, and we're gonna add the drop chance, whether we get it or not. Check if it's smaller, and if it is, we are going to return. We're gonna return the item, right? And if we fail to get anything, we return no. Nothing much. Waiting on info if my employer wants to continue my work or not, and also building a new CV to apply to new jobs. Oh man, so you're kind of in the middle of things as well. That's rough. Hey, best of luck, man. Best of luck. I know you're a good employer, so or employee. Is it employee? I think it's employee. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great. What are you looking for? What kind of job? Oh man, alright. So now we basically, yeah, get a random value and see if we get a job. We should also, yeah, so I think there could be some additional logic here to handle the weapon or the kind of like the tool level that you have. Handle drop table logic. So we're basically gonna do like, okay, so did you get a fish here? And we don't need this now. Fish calculation, yeah. So basically, I think we can just do like if we got a fish. If fish doesn't exist in the current context. Okay, so I think you're just gonna do like item fish is null. And then we're gonna do like fish is actually that. If fish is exists. Okay, so this is confusing. Where do we need this fish calculation then? It's done there already. Fish coroutine. Boom, boom, boom. Fish calculation. I think we could just skip this. Fish calculation. Rebuilding my company, pushing to web design and digital marketing, content creation. Ooh! And that sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool, man. So this, in a sense, is kind of pointless. Well, I suppose we could just return the fish here. Return fish. Consumable fish. And else we're just gonna return all. Something like that. It's a little bit ugly. It's a little bit ugly, but it is what it is. Alright, so here we're gonna basically do this same thing. We're just gonna do it for level 2, level 3, level 4. Don't think there's level 5. Or is there? There is a level 5. I don't think there's gonna be a level 5 now. I would like to find my like-minded startup enthusiast, especially one with strong UI UX competence to help with my projects. Just don't know what would be the right forum for that. That's a really good question. UI UX competence. I do know one guy who fits your kind of like description. I can forward you to him if you want. Especially if you're talking about like Unity. Like he's really good with Unity. So okay, so we're handling that. We're just kind of like passing on the level fishing table, and I would like to. Okay, so here, Fishing table. Totally D-test. How's it going in D-test cat? Moro. Welcome. It's been a while. How's game building going? How's family? Hey, thanks for asking. Okay, let me know when you're back. I have some project games and apps I like, mainly using Unity for game dev. Yeah. So if you wanna know more, I can forward you to him. He's like crazy good with UI, especially on Unity. How's it going, D-Test Cat? All right. So that's kind of like the basic of it. Now we kind of need to like figure out. So we have fishing pool level, and we have tool. We basically just should check out. I think we could do something like this. DT is enough. Hey, welcome back. All right. So what we could do here is we could actually like do some fishing luck calculation or something like this. All right, and we are gonna put in the fishing pool level, and let's see if this create me the method. Can you create me the method? Fix using Copilot. Generate method, fishing luck generation. All right. So we're inputting this. So basically what I want to do is like, okay, so if the fishing pool is kind of like beneath the tier of the item, then we are gonna increase the size. Be back. I do, Ziggy. I haven't bothered to do that. But yeah, Ziggy. All right. So family's doing great. Son turned 2.5 years, and he's been growing like crazy, and he's super like smart. We just went to the 2.5 year checkup, and he was like literally like grinding and stomping all the tasks and missions they had. So we were like testing like vision and logic and words and sentences and everything. Like he was just like farming them. I was so proud. Like I was just watching like, oh my god, he's so fucking smart. And it's the weirdest thing. Like when it's your kid, it like if your kid just does well, you're kind of like feeling good about yourself as well. So it's like, hey, yeah, that's my genes. Those are my genes. And he's smart because of me. Yeah, so it's kind of selfish, but you probably can relate or understand. Yeah, so things are good. Obviously, I would love to make some more money for the family, but we're getting by. We have very little lives, if you can say that. Yeah, that's basically it. What else? Game development. We're really like we're just like getting back into it now. We just had a winter break, so this is the first week after winter break, and I'm really enjoying the development. It's super fun. I just hope that I got some money out of this. That's literally the only thing. Because the thing is that if I don't get any money from this, I'm gonna have to do something else fairly soon, and that's kind of it kills me. Sure, I'm in your Discord if you want to drop me a message at some point about the potential call. Yeah, BNApps, let me just send me DM so I remember, all right? Okay, so what we want here is actually I want this to return a float value. And basically, we are going to go and we're going to see what the level of... First, we see what tier of fishing trident we have. So basically, we're going to go like fishing trident. This is gonna be equipable. And we're just gonna... I think we don't actually need to check this out. We can just do the fishing item. And we probably don't need that. We actually might need to cast it. We might need to cast it. Yeah, it's just an item. Alright, so we're casting it into an equipable. Then we can just check. So if the fishing trident exists, then we are gonna go and do some calculations. Great to hear, a girlfriend got sacked on Christmas, so it's been tough here too, but luckily I have for now. Good pay, yeah. It seems like work is very, very unstable, and very rare people can actually say that they have like a guaranteed job. It's just super uncertain right now, and it's sad. It is sad. There is one like a really good meme video I posted on software and game development a couple of days back. This is the funniest shit ever, like honestly. Go check that out. I laughed from the start to the end. DT says that, how about generalizing the code of the game to sell it? If you can't get money from the game itself, you can get some income from selling the backbone of it or to other developers that it could be built on top of it. Interesting. I never thought of that. Is that something people do? Yeah, like I've never heard. I never even thought of that like being a possibility. Is that common? Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're checking if it's a trident. And then, yeah, this is actually kind of like what I want to do. So we're doing like trident. And this is equipment tier. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And... yeah, so basically it's like... yeah, alright, so now we have that. Fishing trident. Let's do like... level. Or... equipment level. It's gonna be 0 by default. We're not gonna return this now, we're just gonna be like... alright, so if it's this, then we're gonna do like equipment level equals fishing trident equipment tier. Right? I don't know if this makes any sense. Why does it need to be a switch case? Yeah, it doesn't need to be that. If it's fish trident, I think we can just do like fishing trident. So this is supposed to be just the equipable, really. So it's equipable. If equipable exists, then we can do like if yeah, I think this is actually, this makes more sense. It's got yeah. It is. Many companies sell licenses and play support for extra features. It's even easier now that you have only 2 major engines, Unity and UE. That's interesting. That is interesting. I've never thought of it that way. Alright, so let's just get fucking rid of this. Sometimes the Copilot makes me like stop. Just stop it. Okay, so if we have an equipable, then we're gonna check what the equipment type is. Let's just add a little bit of a curly brackets because we're kind of like fucking us over with them. So if it's not trident, we're gonna return it's just 1F. Else we're actually gonna do that equipment level is gonna be this. All right, and now we can move on to doing some. Yeah, then we calculate on the equipment level. Actually, I kind of want to do like switch on the fishing pool level. So what is it doing? Like case if it's 0, then we're gonna return a half plus equipment level times 0.1. What is that magic number 0.1? What is that? So what I kind of want to do is my idea is that if you have fishing pool 0 and you have 0 tool, then you're basically gonna be having like 0, like 1. It doesn't give you any multiplier. So if it's the same, then it should be 1. How do I do that though? So fishing pool, here's it's 0. How do I calculate this so that if the fishing pool level and equipment, yeah, exactly, like this is it. Let's see if it has an idea for me. Copilot, generate. Interesting. You'll be better off to leave the normal auto completion and chat with Claude or ChatGPT instead of the Copilot. Yeah, it's kind of like a mixed bag. Like I kind of sometimes I love it and sometimes it's just like, please stop. To fix your code, I will change the drop tables to have public getter. No, this is not it. This is fuck. This is the one I wanted to fix. Switch expression. What is switch expression? How is switch expression different than switch statement? Oh, yeah. If it fails to give me anything reasonable here, I'm just going to, you know. All right. So what is this? So return fishing pool level switch. So does this mean that if the fishing pool level is 0, then we're gonna do like half plus equipment? So it's doing the same thing again. Like this is not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. Like fuck that. Fuck that. All right. So all right, let's have a look. So what if we just do something like this? So equipment level, churn like fishing pool level. So if it's equipment level, this might work. So if it's same, so equipment level is actually goes from like, is it tier 0? I think tier 1 is actually kind of the first one. So +1. So if the equipment level is like 1, Then no, this needs to be the +1, right? So this is 0, and that means kind of like it's 1. So okay, so if this is 1, then this is 1. All right, then we're gonna just return 1. If it's not, we're gonna do the requirement check elsewhere. So I'm not gonna be like this. Like let's just consider that this is bigger. We're gonna return. What if we return like the division? So for example, if we divide equipment level with fishing pool. Nah. Alright, so this is actually quite difficult. This is quite difficult, if equipable. So if this doesn't exist, we're just gonna return 1. And then we can do this. Then we can do this, but this needs some additional calculations, and I'm running out of time! I'm running out of time! Fuck! This is killing me. I don't wanna quit, but I gotta pick up my son soon. Okay, so I'm kind of like stun locked right now because basically if the fishing pool is 0 and the tool is 1, then it's just 1. It should return just like 1. But if the tool is like level 2 and the pool is 1, it's in the K market bots. So if the tool is 2, then we want to like return like 5, for example, or like 0.05. We kind of want to like add into that, like the harder the, yeah, I think so. So I think it basically like, let's just do like bar, and this is gonna be like the difference between, no, just difference, all right? And this is going to be, first we need to add var fishing pool correction is fishing pool level +1. Then we're gonna do like fishing pool correction minus equipment level. All right. Now we are gonna have like if the difference is, if it's 0, yeah. So basically, if this difference is 0, we're just gonna return. Then again, like it's kind of beautiful. If we don't do this correction, then it's gonna be like 1, right? Right out of the gate. Fishing pool level. And then we're just gonna do like if difference is 1, return 1, or if it's 0, if this is 1, difference is 1, return 1, else return. So we want 5%. So I think we could do like difference times level, equipment level. So what happens now? Okay, so if the fishing pool is 0, this should be the other way around now, should they? Okay, so equipment is now 1 and the fishing pool is 0, so this is going to be 1. All right. So it's gonna return 1. Easy. If this is 2 and this is 0, then we're not gonna go here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna return 2 times. Well, that's not what we want. This is gonna be 2, so we wanna do like 0.05 or something. So now it's gonna be 10%. If equipment level is 4 and the fishing pool is 0, then we're gonna get difference of 4. And we're gonna return 4 times 0.5. I think that works. I think that works. Okay, so what if the equipment level is 2 and the fishing pool level is 2? Then it's gonna be 0. Okay, so that doesn't work. I think this could be actually like if it's smaller or equal than 1, then we're gonna return 1. And the difference needs to be basically bigger than 1. Yeah, alright, so I think that might work, but I gotta end it here. So we are going to be working on the fishing logic some more. It kills me to quit here, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. We're gonna continue tomorrow. It's Friday. We might be listening to some new music as well. So be there. Or be square. This is what it is. Yeah. Hey, thanks guys for sticking around. I have no idea how much viewers we have, so I'm just gonna raid our friend Matt Chirpy. Let's raid Mad Jerpy. Hey, thanks Pink for being here. Consider joining our Discord and checking out my YouTube. I will see you again tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. We got a beautiful, healthy amount of viewers. Let's go. All right, tomorrow, big day. We're gonna work on the fishing logic some more, and we're gonna start working on the mining. Next week, we're gonna work on boss logic. So, a lot of cool stuff happening for Shadows of Tuonela. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye!